Good afternoon, everyone. This is the Jags first take, first one of the regular season. We're going to look at the starting lineup, first few games, what we're looking at, and talk about what we're going to try to do, and the goals for the Jaguars in the OMFL this season. Um, so without further ado, let's dig in. So right now it says Fields is the starting quarterback. That ain't how it's working. We ain't got Levis because he's got a cannon of an arm. Um, I'm not very good with the uh, scrambling quarterbacks, so Fields is taking a back seat. Levis is going to be the guy. 94 throwing power, 88 short accuracy, 80 mid accuracy, 84 deep accuracy. Not losing much switching from Levis or from Fields to Levis. I'm actually gaining the ability to stretch the field a little better. And with the way I like to play run first, play action game, he's going to be really good for what I want to do. I want to be able to take the top off when I need to and use my running game to set up my pass and keep it all old school. Um, so the halfbacks, we got Sergio Scarborough. He's my speedster. Picked him up from the 49ers. And he will be spelled out by Najee Harris, um, who's still a decent back, just getting a little old. So we're going to use the young guy and bring Najee in to be a hammer, my version of Detroit Sonic and Knuckles. That's how we're going to use it. We got fullback Jared Sims, drafted him last draft. He's got decent speed for a fullback, um, and really good strength for a fullback. So we're just gonna use him every once in a while for a lead blocker to open up the holes so that we can try to spring a big play between Najee and Scarborough. Wide receivers, um, got Addison and Mitchell, both at 89 overall. Both have decent speed. Mitchell's my stretch the field guy. Um, both of them can catch really well, catching traffic very well. Spectacular catch it goes to Addison. Um, I really like Addison. Um, when I had him with Minnesota, it was hard to use him because I feel like he has to be used the same way as Jefferson. That's why I traded him away. Ended up getting him back in Jacksonville, which I like. Great over the middle target. Catches pretty much everything you throw at him. Mitchell, he can do basically the same thing, but with the ability to stretch the field a little better because he's got more speed and acceleration. Then we got this guy, Trey Moorhead, second round pick this year. Uh, he's got an 86 catch in traffic, 83 spectacular catch. Another guy who's just built. He's got the size um, to take the hits, move the chains. Big physical, strong receiver. At 71 strength, he's really strong for a receiver. He's not quite as fast at 89 speed, but he can get the job done. And the biggest thing about Moorhead, he's got that 90 jump. He can go up and get the ball at 6'2". He's not a bad height. I also went out and got Trevor Dobson for a fourth round pick. I will be sprinkling him in. Good red zone target. 6'8", not very fast, but using him in the red zone, you can just kind of put it up there and let him go get it. We got Jeremiah Herbert and Michael Mayer as the tight ends in this group. Um, Herbert's more the vertical threat tight end. Mayer's more the possession blocking tight end. So put him in there at the same time. It could be a nice little treat to be able to stretch the field with one and keep the other end to block. We got Anton Harrison. Uh, he's in year 4 now, left tackle, protecting the blind side of Will. uh, Jack Conklin. Yeah, I moved him from center to left guard. Gives me some good protection up the middle. That's one thing I felt like I was missing in last season with the on Madden. I didn't have that uh, interior pass protection. I feel like I got that now. We got Joe Tippmann. He's a pretty good pass protector, pretty good run blocker. Uh, Working on developing him. Right now, I have it down as Caleb McGrary as my starting right guard. I think I'm going to change that because his pass block is crap. It's really not good. But I got Larry Gore in a trade with the Falcons, and he's got higher pass block grade. Just need to work on the pass block power, which I can do that through training. 77 run block grade, which ain't great, but it's not bad. Um, Pretty good lead block, impact blocking's really nice. Uh, so we might be making a change, moving him to right guard and making him the starting right guard. Then we got Zach Tom at the right tackle. Really good in pass protection, not so much in run block. Uh, his run blocking grade is not the greatest. But at right tackle, I'm more worried about keeping the quarterback clean, keeping the people out of Will Levis's face. Um, we got Dorless, moved him from defensive tackle to end. In 3-4, I feel like he's going to be a beast um, on the defensive end. He's only a 79 overall, but he's got 84 strength, um, and then a little bit of speed and acceleration to be able to push that interior pressure. At right in, we got Mason Smith, big behemoth of a dude. Um, Again, he's more of a run stopping guy, but a big body in the middle of a 3-4 defense. What more could you ask for? Um, Defensive tackle. I have Buckner, but um, Buckner is a little bit smaller than what I really want as a defensive tackle. But I wanted to get him for his leadership abilities and the mentor to be able to boost the other guys around him, get him more XP. I'm going to start Jordan Jefferson with his 91 speed to just clog the middle of that defense or offensive line. Um, at 6'3", 305 pounds, I feel like he can, with the other two guys, it's going to be hard to really push that pocket uh, or push the line back to be able to open up running games. I feel like I did a good job building up this defensive front for this upcoming season. At left outside linebacker, we have Trayvon Walker, really good edge rusher. Um, I think this is going to open up some things. He's not the greatest in coverage, but with 88 speed, he can move around enough to get in the lane. And at 6'5", 275 or 272, you're not just going to run him over. I had that issue with my outside linebackers this past season. They would just get ran right through, not having enough stoutness to stand up against the run. Middle linebackers, Devin Lloyd and Antonio Herrick. The 3-4 defense, it's good to have, some speed and some power. And Lloyd gives us the power, big dude at 6'3". And Herrick, he gives me that speed, 91 speed, 92 acceleration. He can go sideline to sideline. Um, he was a 71 overall last season, and I built him up to a 80 overall. He's quick. I really like Herrick. Good. I feel he was a good pick last year. At right outside linebacker, starting is Josh Hines Allen. I'm hoping to get a little more production from him. He didn't have many sacks last season. Most of them were by Trayvon Walker. Um, so I'm hoping to unleash the beast, get him his pressures and his sacks. Uh, his speed is a little to be lacking, but he's more of a power rush guy. So let him do what he has to do and push through and bull rush those or offensive tackles and get to the quarterback. At cornerback, we got Andre Cisco, who will be my slot guy. He's 92 speed, 91 acceleration. Um, he's my top guy, so he will be on the outside for a little bit. I may change that. I may move it so that Farley and Taylor are on the outside, like um, even in non or in base packages. I think that I might put those guys in because they're just fast. Yeah, I got one guy at 94 speed, even 94 acceleration, one at 95 speed, 95 acceleration. Um, guys I had last season besides Cisco were kind of old, so I needed to get a little younger. They were 30 plus. Now I think the oldest one is 29. Uh, Traded for Farley with the 49ers and Taylor with the Saints. I think that really upgraded my defensive backfield. At free safety, we got Max Woodson. He's a little slower than Savage, who was my starter last season, but overall a better player. Um, and he can press, so he can come up in man coverage, and if I'm doing a blitz or need him to cover a tight end or receiver, he can do that a little bit. So if you have four or five wide receivers, I can put him out there, and it's not as big a liability as most people. As strong safety, we have Jahair Brown. I probably butchered that name. Um, he's uh, gotten quite a few interceptions for me the last 2 seasons. Hoping that he continues on that path. He got paid this offseason. Um, I really feel like he's the captain on the backside of that defense. Between him and Cisco, they're the mainstays for these 2 seasons I've had. The Jags. I really like the way he moves around back out in that defensive backfield, and seems like he has really good ball tracking skills in the game. In the kicker, we have Cam Little, 96 kick power, 91 kick accuracy. I've, I've for the first time playing Madden, I've been able to hit a 50-yard field goal with this dude, and that was nice. Then we got Skylar Stockton, 92 kick power, not very good kick accuracy. Need to work on that a little bit, but second year player. and pretty good punter. He can flip the field. And kick return specialist Darius Davis. That's who we're using. 94 speed, 94 acceleration. He's got an 87 kick return. So he's not great, but he's not bad. Not bad at all. All right. So now let's take a look at what we have coming up. For being a third place team in my division, I feel like I got a hard schedule to start this out. You got Joker, always a hard play for me. I feel like we, I feel like me and Joker match up really good. Um, he's won some games. I've won a few games against him. We go back and forth. Really respect the way he plays. Um, Probably one of the best defensive line users I've ever seen. Uh, really good. If he when he takes over a defensive tackle, you better be rest assured that he's going to be in your face quick, and you got to get the ball out quick. Um, Biggest thing for being able to combat that is being able to get the running game going, because then he can't just commit to coming to the quarterback. You got to if you can keep the running game going and keep it balanced and keep the games close, he can't tee off and just go after the quarterback. Uh, it's gonna be a tough game, a winnable game for him too. They go back and forth between the two of us. Um, I think the key for me to being able to win that is limiting turnovers and keeping whoever he has at defensive tackle off my quarterback, um, which means keeping the running game moving. And week 2, we flip over and we go to Mike Fleury, the guy that I traded with to be in Jacksonville when the trade with team trade with Big Hurt. Um, Mike had allowed me to get my Vikings at the beginning of the cycle. Um, so when I had the opportunity to let him get his Falcons, I let him have them because it's just to me that's the right thing to do. He's a Falcons fan. Um, I'm glad that I was able to repay the favor. I've beat him. He's beat me. It's gone back and forth. Um, he's a very tough play because for me, he's a complete polar opposite of what I like to do. Um, he runs the ball very well, but to me, it seems like when I played him, it's been more pass first, run second. Use the pass to open up the run, where I like to use the run to open up the pass. I could be wrong. It might have been just how it worked out in our games, but that's the way it seems. And then Cincy Berg. I think I may have beaten Cincy once, and that was at the beginning of the cycle when he was really struggling with it. But since he's figured it out, since he's dangerous, um, I do feel that I can give him a game. I do feel that if I play my game, I could win. But that dude can play. He's good on the sticks. He's something else on the offensive side of that ball, and if his defense is playing good, it's hard to keep up with him. And he's got Earl Lowry. Um, that that guy's a beast and hard to guard. Um, and then right after the Jets, tough game with Cincy, I got Mister Two Man Race Maniac. Um, this game I'm looking forward to. I am yet to beat Maniac in a game of Madden. Um, I'm looking forward to this game. I got some bulletin board material last night. Um, Watching Press Pass live. I'm gonna give him a hard time about it, and I'm gonna give him my A game. Um, I feel like Maniac's a hell of an owner and a hell of a player. Um, but I'm going. I really want to bring my A game against the Bills on that one because I feel a little scorned. Not really. I just giving Maniac a hard time, but I have to bring my A game. He's a hell of a play caller, and um, the way he likes to play, and then he's got Josh Allen and that cannon of an arm. I got to watch for the over the top. Um, really looking forward to that one. I've only played him a couple times in Madden, and both times or every time I played him, it wasn't a bloodbath, but it wasn't. I did not feel like I played very well. Um, we're gonna cover up to the week 5, which the next game. Um, so week 5 is against the Saints. I don't think Nate gives himself enough credit. He's got a low overall team, and he hangs in there with everybody. Great play caller, great human. Um, I don't think he gives himself enough credit for what he does, uh, for the overall players that he's got. Um, do I agree with some of the things he said lately that he should have tore it down earlier? Yeah, the real life Saints, they're not, just overflowing with talent. They don't have as much talent as some of the other teams. And Nate still comes in every week trying to win. Never, he may get down on himself, but he's got it. He's got that football mind. He knows what he's trying to do, and he knows, okay, I'm going to try to do this to set up this. Nate's a great play caller. Um, I just feel like if he had one or two more pieces, that we'd be talking about him just the same way we do D Money and D Wayne. Great owner, like I said, great human. Um, guy that really holds the nucleus of this community together. Um, I'm yet to beat him. I played him last Madden. I played him once this Madden. Um, I have a hard time trying to figure out what he's trying to do on defense. When he's on his A game calling his defense, it feels like they're coming at you from every which way. Um, and it feels like it's relentless. And when you look at it, it's like you'll hike the ball, be like, "Holy crap! Did he just blitz?" And you look at it, and no, he was in a cover one man, and it's just you got beat. The way he calls defenses, it's crazy. Um, his offense also very potent when he's um on it. It's and Howell and let's say quarterback's name. Man, I'm drawing a blank. I gotta look it up now. I don't remember his quarterback's name. Oh yeah, Mark Anthony. When these two guys, when they get going, hard to stop. So when it comes down to it, first few weeks, got to get off to a hot start. I don't feel like there's anyone in this league that can say that there is a last place schedule or a first place schedule because on any given week, any one of these guys could light the scoreboard up, and then they can. I think anyone in this league, any given day, could win against anyone else. I don't think that there's a huge gap in talent. There might be a little bit of a gap in strategy with some guys. Like I think that, in my opinion, the three guys that I would put at the top for strategy and trying to play calling would be Nate, D Wayne, D Money, and Bill. Bill was a hell of a play caller, keeping things balanced and not knowing where somebody's coming from. Those guys, some of the best strategists I've seen playing this. Um, so without further ado, we're going to cut this short. You guys have a great afternoon.